Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 1 for the event Progeny Prospects. In this example, we are going to study a female chart who got the pregnancy immediately after the marriage. It indicates that the destiny for the progeny will be favorable for this native, and the Dasabhukti periods in which she got married also should be supportive or should be favorable for the pregnancy. Let us check the chart now. Example 1, timing of childbirth, no delay in pregnancy. Let us check the example now. This is the birth chart of that female. This chart we already discussed under the marriage prospects. That and that example number, just a minute. The EPS marriage example number 3. We discussed the chart for the marriage prospects. So that native got married. Let me note down that date of marriage. That native got married on 31/8/2014. 31/8/2014, during which period Saturn Dasa, Mars Bugdi, and Rahu Antra. The native was running Saturn Dasa, Mars Bugdi, and Rahu Antra. At the time of marriage, the native was running. Now we have to check the destiny, and destiny, if it is promising, whether Dasa Lord is also supportive, and Bugdi Lord at the time of marriage, Bugdi Lord Mars was running, whether that is also favorable, and whether that same Antra is supportive or next Antra supportive, we have to check. Now let us do the general study. Let me open that North Indian chart. Let us study the general study on the chart. Lagna is falling in the sign of Leo. Fifth cusp is falling in the sign of Sagittarius. Fifth Lord Jupiter is posted in the 11th house as per the degree and close to the 12th cusp. Jupiter posted in the Cancer sign is good, and it is conjoined with the Mercury, 2nd Lord, 11th Lord Mercury, and also conjoined with the 4th Lord and 9th Lord Mars. Mars is posted in the 12th house. So 5th Lord conjoined with 2nd Lord, 11th Lord, and also 9th Lord, along with that 4 and 12 houses. So though 4 and 12 are indicating some weakness, but this 11th house, 2nd house, 9th house are all supportive. And Saturn is 6th Lord, 7th Lord Saturn, aspecting to the Jupiter by 7th aspect from the 5th house from its own sign. This is also supportive only. And Rahu is occupying the 5th house. The occupant of the 5th house, Rahu, if it is unfavorable, then it will give some obstacles. That Rahu, occupant of the 5th house, is aspected by Sun. Sun is Lagna Lord. Lagna Lord is aspecting to the 5th house and Rahu, that is also supportive. So overall, Jupiter is not strongly afflicted. Jupiter is not influenced by strong unfavorable key planet. It is also posted with in a good place with a good signification with some obstacles. That's all. So otherwise it is fine. Now we have to do the destiny prospects. Let us go to the EPS and check the colors. Just a minute. I have selected the event. Now let us go to the, just a minute. Let us check the self-significator. I have already selected the child first natal event. Let us check the self-significations and give the respective colors according to their self-signification strength. Starting with Lagna. Lagna Lord, 10th occupant, 6th sublord. So this is not good. It is weak, but being the Lagna Lord, we can take it as a pink shade. Because if it is connecting to the favorable houses, Lagna will get the support also. So 10 and 6, it is indicating weakness, but not detrimental. Absence of the unfavorable grouping. So Lagna alone is present. So we can give mixed. Fifth Lord, also eighth Lord, occupying 11th house and close to the 12th house. 5 and 11 are good, 8 and 12 indicating some obstacles, but 3, 7, 11 star Lord are more favorable. 5, 11, 3, 7, 11 grouping are very good. And second planet Rahu occupying 5th house, 4 and 10 cuspal sublord. 4 and 10, it is indicating some weakness, but not detrimental, because 5 moving towards 4 and 10 is weak, but it is not going to give more struggle or obstacles to the Jupiter, because it is not having any 8th house or 12th house in itself signification, but Jupiter has got. So 5, 11, 3, 7, 11 are good. Because of this unfavorable grouping, we can give blue color. And 11th Lord. Second Lord, 11th Lord occupying 11th house is good. 4, 8, 12, it is indicating obstacles. And 3, 9 cuspal sublord. These are all very good. 3, 9 cuspal sublord, and Ketu represents 11. That is also fine. So Mercury we can give again blue. And Ketu occupying 11th house, and Mercury is having this signification. So Ketu also we can give blue color. And Venus, third Lord, 10th Lord occupying 12, and 159 star Lord. 10 and 12 is indicating some weakness, but not unfavorable strongly. But third Lord, 159 star Lord, this is good. Third house is not further supported here, but it is very well supported by 159 trigon. So this is Venus also. We can give blue because of the 10 and 12. We are not giving green, so we can give blue. So blue itself is good. And the moon, 12th Lord occupying 7th house, 6th star Lord and 12th sub Lord. So 7 is fine, but 12, 6 and 12, this is not good. So we can give moon, we can give the light red. 7 is fine, we have to keep it in mind, because 7th house is third house to the 5th house, but because of this one, we are giving light red. And Mars, 4th Lord, 9th Lord, occupying 12th house, 2, 10 star Lord, 2, 8 cuspal sublord. 4 and 12 and 10, 8 are indicating some weakness, but being the 9th Lord, 12th occupant is not good, 2, 2 is present, so it is having some favorable grouping also because of the 9th Lord and 2 cuspal sublord. So we can say some favorable significations are present, but unfavorable on the higher side. So what we can do, we can give light pink. It means unfavorable on the higher side, but favorable 9th house also present. So whether we can give pink or light pink. So, but depending on the level-wise significations, we can take it. So otherwise, it is unfavorable side. Being the 4th Lord, it is on the higher side. So we can give light red also. Let us see. No. Let us go with the pink only, because it has got 9, 2 and 2 also. So let us go with the light pink. It means unfavorable on the higher side and favorable also to some extent it is present. According to your convenience, which color you wish to give, you can give. But you should be able to understand or differentiate from the other planets what color you are giving, why, what for you are given. And Rahu. Rahu, occupant of the fifth house, is good, but 4 and 10 cuspal sublord, this is not good. 5 moving towards 4 and 10, it is indicating weakness. But being the second planet is good planets, it is having a strength. So we cannot say it is unfavorable strongly, though 5 moving towards 4 and 10. Second planet is favorable, so Rahu can be given mixed significator. We cannot give light red, because light red, if you start giving, then support of these planets will be, we have to consider that also. Instead of 4 and 10, if it is also having any 8th house also joining in, definitely would have given light red. But still you have to keep this in mind. Though it is pink shade, 5 moving towards 4 and 10, it is weakness is present. And Saturn is pending. Sixth Lord, seventh Lord occupying fifth house, 1, 5, 7, 11, cuspal sublord is very good. Though it is sixth house, this is not being further supported. So Saturn, we have to give light green. At least one planet has got light green. Remaining are blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4 planets are blue, one light red because of the 12, 7, 6, and 12. This is not connecting to the fourth house, so it is not talking about the strong unfavorable to the progeny, but still they can give trouble to the other planet who are in the star of this moon. If they are having favorable, they will get the obstacles because of the moon. Because of that, moon is given light red and Mars also given, as already discussed. Rahu also having got that 4 and 10 cuspal sublord is pink shade is given. I think we are given the colors, so let us set colors and we will check the destiny. First, let us check the destiny, then let us check the timing of event if it is promising. Now, check the destiny. Let me open that significators and which planet we have to check. Fifth Lord. Fifth Lord is Jupiter and fifth sublord is Saturn. So both are at the bottom, so no issue. And we can also have this birth charts open, may be useful, and also natal chart of South Indian charts also. I will keep it open. Now fifth Lord. Fifth Lord is Jupiter. Jupiter is good. 5, 11, 3, 7, 11 good. Only some weakness. Star level planet is Mercury is blue again. So 2, 11, 11, 3, 9. So these 5, 11 are further strongly supported. And of course, there is some obstacles are indicated. That Mercury in the star of a planet, Saturn 6, 7, 5, 1, 5, 7, 11. So that star lord is further supported by the star lord of the star lord. This is step number 2. You take that a combined level study, Jupiter and Mercury are favorably, supporting each other. That too, in the CSL level, favorable grouping are present. 8 and 12 further supported 8 and 12, that is also there, but unfavorable significations and obstacle causing houses are reduced by the, CSL and also by the star lord. Next comes this sublord, Venus. Venus is also blue planet, 3, 10, 12, 1, 5, 9. You can see all the houses are having good grouping, 3, 1, 5, 9, supporting to the 7, 5, 1, 5, 7, supporting to the 2, 11, 11, and 3, 9. So they're all supportive. And Venus is in the star of Mercury. Mercury is also favorable with some weakness. That's all. So Jupiter is supportive for the progeny. Strongly it is having all the grouping. So that we are able to see that. 7th sublord, sorry, 5th sublord, 7th sublord, 11th sublord is also playing role here. That is good. So even I have not checked the support planets and their rulers link and all. But as of now, that fifth lord is having strong significator. And fifth sublord Saturn, let us check. Fifth sublord Saturn is good, but star level is our red planet. It indicates some weakness. Anyway, that seventh lord Fifth lord in the star of your planet moon, 12th lord occupying 7th house. This is supportive, but they are indicating some weakness. But it is not indicating strongly unfavorable because it is not having the fourth house. Because fifth sublord in the star of your planet, having got fourth house, sixth house grouping, then intensity of the unfavorable will be more. But still, it is indicating some weakness that we have to be keep it in mind. Then star lord of the star lord moon is increasing the unfavorable or decreasing the unfavorable, that we have to see. One planet, one level planet is weak. Then we have to check that star lord of that level planet is further supporting or not. Then we have to check the support planets. That is the rule. Star Lord is having weakness. Star Lord of the Star Lord is good. Jupiter is good. Of course, 8 and 12 to some extent supporting to the 12th house. But 5, 11, 3, 7, 11 cuspal sublord are favoring to these moon significations. Favorable or further supported. So the star lords unfavorable or not strongly supported by the 12 level planet. And sublord, let us check sublord. Sublord planet is mixed one. Fourth lord, ninth lord, 12th occupant, 2, 10, 2, 8. So this is what we have taken as a light pink. It is a mixed one because fourth lord, 12th occupant. But you can see this previous level planet that Jupiter is favorable or further supported by 9, 2, and 2, which are all good houses. And moreover, if you look at the star lord and sublord signification, 12, 7, 6, and 12, and further supported by 4, 12, 10, and 8. But you can see it is, of course, it is unfavorable or further supported, but unfavorable house itself is having some favorable 9, 2, and 2. So that way it is mixed signification, but still weakness also present. We have to keep it in mind. Because second house is good and ninth house also good. So now what happens? When this level is weak again, that Mars, look at the star lord of the sublord, Mercury is good. Mercury is reducing the unfavorable strength of the Mars. Similarly, star lord is getting, unfavorable or reduced by the 12 level planet. Similarly, sublord also getting the unfavorable strength getting reduced. But you can see that 9 and 2 are further supported by 2, 11, 3, 9. So unfavorable houses are getting reduced. Some obstacles are there, but 9 is further supported. So when compared to the 7th, 5th lord, the 5th sublord is having some weakness at the star level and sublevel, but they are being supported by their star lords. Please understand that Saturn itself is very strong, 1, 5, 7, 11 cuspal sublord. Now we have to check their supports, that star level, sublevel are having any strong supports of the other favorable key planets and with their rulers link. If they are present, then it is going to be very good, right? Let us check that one. Now Saturn is the strong favorable key planet. That is the planet which you're talking about, destiny planet. Moon is having some weakness, but you can see Moon is having Saturn in its supports. Moon is in the Rasi of Saturn only. And you can see Moon is having Venus. Venus is a good key planet. So Venus is there. Moon is aspected by the, Venus. And Mercury, Jupiter also present. So all the favorable key planet. Moon in the star of Jupiter, that Jupiter is there in the Rasi Lord for column. So Moon is, Jupiter, Moon is Rasi Lord for Jupiter. So that way there is some support from the Jupiter to the Moon. That is also present. And of course, Moon is having Mars also in its supports. Mars is the sublord, which is a mixed significator. So Mars having 9 to 2, which is supporting to the Moon also. And in addition to that, Mars 4, 12, 8 houses also joining, giving some unfavorable support to the Moon. Please understand, moon, if it is having 4,000 self-signification, the intensity of the unfavorable will be significantly more. Now that moon is getting support from the star lord, that star lord planet itself is in ruler link, and also it is also having this Mercury in its last level. That Mercury also ruling, there in the supports. And in addition to that, Saturn is forming ruler link. So the star lord planet is getting the support from the source planet and 2A level planet and also the last level planet. That way, star lord's unfavorable strength is reduced. Then look at the Mars. Mars planet, which is having mixed signification, that is also having Saturn in its support. That is also getting the ruler link from the source planet, that is Saturn, primary cuspal sublord, strong key planet. And Mars also having in conjunction Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, the star lord of the Mars also Mercury, that is also playing. So though Mars is having some weakness, ninth lord having got all favorable key planets in its supports in conjunction, along with that Saturn good key planet. So that way Mars' favorable strength are further increased by its star lord also, by support planets also. That way, that seventh cuspal sublord planet, Saturn, though it is indicating some weakness at the star level and sub-level, star level is weaker than the sub-level, but they are being further supported by their 2 level and 4th level, and they are importantly by support planets, importantly by the rulers link. That Saturn itself is for giving the support to the star level and sub level in addition to their star lord planets. I think you are able to understand. So it indicates destiny is promising for the progeny. And what are the favorable key planets making the destiny is favorable? We have already seen the role of all the planets. Saturn is playing, Jupiter is playing, and Mercury is playing, and in supports, Venus is playing. So all the blue planets and all the green planets all are playing role in the supports. That Jupiter also having these key planets and Saturn also having these key planets. I think you are able to follow, right? Now let us check the Dasa period in which the native got married. So as we already discussed in the rules and the important points in the previous video, there are we have to see that as per our Indian culture, only after the marriage only we are looking for the timing of progeny prospects. But as I said, it is not mandatory that progeny has to be studied only after the marriage, because in different culture, different religion, then automatically in Western countries and all, the things that they will get the child, then after that also they will go for the marriage. So now this marriages happen of an Indian family, so that we have to check from the marriageable period whether that period is supportive for the pregnancy, and we have to check that. Now that Dasa in which she got married, I already told, she got married in Saturn, Mars, and Rahu. She got married in Saturn Dasa, Mars, Buddhi, and Raghuvanta. So now we have to check Saturn if it is favorable, the Salar. Saturn itself is, we already discussed the destiny planet. So Saturn is given the green signal. So when Dasa is favorable and destiny also favorable and supportive, actually it is favorable but through the supports, right? Then we have to check the Bugdilad in which she got married, whether that Bugdilad is having that favorable significations for the progeny, right? Mars is the Bugdilad. Mars is a mixed significator, 9, 2, and 2, as we already discussed. Mars in the star of Mercury. Mercury is good. Already we discussed here, no? That is 2A level planet Saturn. Sublord is Saturn. So favorable key planets of the destiny, Saturn is present. And the Solar also the same. Saturn is present and Mercury is present. Obviously, the Jupiter will be there in the supports. So these planets are favoring for the pregnancy. The Bugdilad is strong enough for the pregnancy, right? Because important key planet is playing role at the star level and 2A and sub level. And now we have to see whether that in which antra she got married, Mars and Rahu. So Rahu is going to be a small period because Mars itself is a small period under Saturn. So under Mars, then Rahu can be a smaller period. So that we have to check whether Rahu can be supportive. Since it's a female chart, but depending on their periodic cycle, then accordingly only that conception can be possible. So we have to check Rahu also we can check. Then next one is the Jupiter itself is coming. That also may be favorable. So you check Rahu occupying 5th house and 4 and 10, and Venus is having supportive. They are all indicating supportive only. And so that they can be supportive, but only thing is that Saturn is playing at the last level and 4 and 10 is there at the source. It is having some weakness, but let us check this next antra Jupiter. Saturn Dasa, Mars Bukti and Jupiter Anta you check. Jupiter planet is a good planet starting with 5, 11, 3, 7, 11. Star level Mercury is also good and 2 level Saturn is good and sub level again Venus is coming is also very good and Ketu also good. So if you check the ruler sling, all these things definitely they will have connection because we are having very good grouping. 5, 11, 3, 11, 2, 11, 3, 9. Our important key planet Saturn also playing role, and Saturn is playing role here. Saturn is playing role here. So Saturn is passing ruler link to the star lord also, and that Jupiter is also playing role at the other levels, forming ruler link to other levels, supporting. Venus planet is sublord itself is good. It is having some other unfavorable planets in their supports, but they are not ruling their rulers. Then Venus is in the star of Ketu also favorable. So that way it is that Jupiter is supportive for the pregnancy, right? So you see, as we discussed in the previous video, we are not now talking about when the child is going to be born. So in the childbirth, there are two events we discussed in detail in the previous video. One event is conception, then next one is the delivery. So delivery will be happening after 9 months of the gestation period. So that if the running Bukti is supportive and upcoming Antra also favorable, that conception can take place in the supportive period after the 9 months of the gestation period during the because by the time 9 months that Bukti can change, Antra will definitely change, Bukti also can change. So within that period of after 9 months during the favorable or supportive Antra, the delivery will happen. So for our, for the purpose of checking whether Bukti is supportive at the time of marriage, whether it's supportive for the pregnancy, and if it is supportive, whether the running Buktis are also favorable for the pregnancy and delivery, we are checking. Now we are not checking that Mars Bukti and Jupiter Antra will give the delivery. No, Mars Bukti, Jupiter Antra can support for the conception. You see, Mars, key planet Mercury, Saturn, they are all playing role here strongly. So definitely it will support along with that favorable other levels. So Mars Bukti, Saturn Dasa, Mars Bukti, and Jupiter Antra is supportive for the immediately after the just over 1 month. It will 1 or 2 months that conception would have taken place. So then after that, if you calculate, then 9 months when it is coming, so that child was born. Let me tell the date of childbirth, 24/7/2015. 24/7, just a minute. 24/7/2015. The child was born. So let us check the period 24/7/2015. Exactly, you can see that on Sun Antra, Mars Bukti and Sun Antra. Mars Bukti, Sun. So within the Mars Bukti itself, during that Sun Antra, that child born 24/7, no? 24/7 Oh, 24/7, actually Sun Antra is at the edge. It may be Sun Antra or Moon Antra. So that we have to check both. Suppose is a few seconds, if there is a difference in the birth time also, that Antra period or Sushma period will vary. So now Jupiter, it is the conception taken place, then Saturn, then Mercury. I mean, for example, if you take Jupiter, Mars, Jupiter is falling in the 11th month, approximately 11th month. 11, so if you conception taken place in 11th month, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, then it should be 11th month, the conception taken place in 11th month. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, and the end of 7. Or you can see if you, I mean, if the conception immediately taken place after the marriage, then in Rahu period, Rahu also having supportive signification, because when the destiny is promising and the Buddhi also supportive, and the Antra, if it is supportive for the pregnancy, that is enough. So, Rahu and or Jupiter, that conception would have taken place. From that period, if you calculate, then 9 months, if you calculate, sun period or moon period will come, right? If you look at the sun period, sorry, sun in the star of Rahu, sub of Venus, it is having some weakness, right? So that has got some weakness. So if you take that moon period, moon is having in self, it is having obstacle, but it is not strongly unfavorable. Look at the star lord, all these rulers are favorable. Jupiter, Mercury, Saturn. So that Saturn also forming ruler link to all the levels. So that Dasa Lord is Saturn. Saturn Dasa, Mars Bugdi. In the Mars Bugdi, which is the favorable key planets for the pregnancy, Saturn and Mercury are strongly playing role. That Saturn and Mercury are playing, and of course Jupiter itself, other favorable key planet, that is also playing role. So during that moon antra, definitely the better than the sun, moon antra is good, because that moon is having favorable significations than the sun, because sun has got some weakness. So that way, 24/7 2015, that child was born during that Saturn Dasa, Mars Bugdi, Moon Antra, at the starting of the Moon Antra. Let us check the, transit also on that particular day, 24/7/2015. Let us take the time, by 12:55 itself, but not exact time, it is not known. Then let us take, I have not taken the exact time of that child birth. 24/7 2015. So let us check the natal chart also. The Jupiter, let us check first. Where is Jupiter? Jupiter is posted in the sign of Leo. Jupiter in the transit, it is in the Leo sign. So if you check Leo, it is at the time of delivery, right? So 2 degree means definitely at the time of delivery only it is in Jupiter. Maybe it will be at the time of conception, maybe in the sign of Cancer. If you see this here, now Jupiter is aspecting to the 5th house, right? So it is aspecting to the 5th house, its own sign, it is good. So that it also aspecting to the 7th house and moon. So this is supportive for the pregnancy. So that way that Jupiter transit also is good. And that Saturn Dasa and Mars Bugdi. Saturn is posted in the sign of Mars, and Saturn's star itself. Saturn is our, we know our strong key planet. Saturn is the 15711 cuspal sublord in Mars sign. So Mars is the Bugdi Lord also. That is also supportive. And Mars, where is Mars? Mars is in the sign of Mercury. Mercury is another favorable key planet. And Mercury in the star of Saturn itself, strong favorable key planet. Mars is in the star of Jupiter. That Jupiter itself is another favorable key planet because of this 5, 11, 3, 7, 11. So the transitors are going to be a good always, because if you look at the rulers, only one or two planets, moon and sun, only having some weakness. Sun is free planet, that way it is good. Moon is having some having some weakness, but not with the fourth house combination. The fourth house combination planet is also having favorable. So, but all the other planets are having good, strong significator with the 2, 11, 5, 7, 11, all are present. So, definitely, most of the planets will be in the star and sub of these planets only. So, obviously, the transit also will be favorable and periods also going to be favorable, right? So, that way, the native got married in the Saturn Dasa Mars Buddhi, in the same Buddhi, that progeny also, that girl got the pregnancy and also delivery in the same period. I think you are able to understand. So we will meet in the next video. Thank you. Good luck.